What up, Cards and Cannabis? Season 1, Episode 6. Let's get it out of the way. Official legal disclaimer. By no stretch of the means is Cards and Cannabis advocating the consumption of cannabis by individuals under the age of 21. Just that's where we stand on things. I try to keep the videos not shout out to kids. It's something that you need to come across in your own maturity in life, and I highly recommend you wait to the age of 21 plus. So, now that we got that out of the way, I want to piggyback off of what we were talking about last video, because I just got in my Trump Almost Got Whacked Out limited edition from Gas Trading Cards. And what a great way, Topps Now, commemorating individual moments that take place. And I thought, man, this whole channel is dedicated to the love of cards, which is my hobby, love of cannabis, which is hobby slash career slash reduction of anxiety slash got nerve damage slash all that other stuff. And I thought, man, we haven't done any type of crossover commemorating those two areas in my life. So I figured we would shout out OG Uncle Snoop Doggy Dogg. That's right. This is a PSA 10 Gem Mint graded on the auto and the card. Allen and Ginter, Uncle Snoop. And what a great way to just commemorate an individual. Like him or love him, Uncle Snoop has weathered the test of time and is in good favor. I mean, the man was just out at the Olympics, rapping. You see him at soccer games all over the place. Movies, commercials. I mean, outside of the genre of music, Snoop has definitely probably been one of the most iconic figures of the whatever century we're in, 21st century. Stemming back, obviously, late 80s, early 90s with Death Row Records, all the way to the present day. Uncle Snoop is definitely, when you say cannabis, there's certain names like Cheech and Chong that are synonymous. You think cannabis, you think Uncle Snoop. I mean, that's just what it is. And you think about the ultimate blunt rotations for those of you that are blunt smokers. Those are people that prefer the tobacco leaf as opposed to joint papers, as opposed to what I'm going to talk about today when we transition over to the cannabis space, what I believe is the best way for inhalation. If you're going to say there's a best way, there really is no good way, to be honest. Real rap. At no point biologically is inhaling smoke natural, okay? That's just not the way it's set up, right? We breathe in air. We're looking for oxygen. Oxygen is actually a very small representation of the percentage of chemicals that make up, or inert gases, or whatever you want to call it, floating around in the air that's going in. And a lot of people don't even know why we need to breathe in air. I could go down that road for you, but we're not, because that's boring. And ATP production is actually what I studied in post-grad school. And it has a lot to do with that. It has a lot to do with energy, like our sponsor, Excess Energy Drink. This is root beer, is sugar-free. Dads, you will love this. Got 6,900% B12. Very good. Random number percentage, 6,900. What? We won't get into that either. But needless to say, if you're going to bring THC and terpenes into your body system, let's just say what it is. Blunts are not good for you at all, anywhere, any time of the day. Smoking joints, you're still going to have a lot of carbon-based charcoal burning going into the lungs, and your lungs do not like that. And outside of that, I mean, you see people going to like these hookah lounges and things of that nature. But this product here is what's called concentrates. So let's just say I'm over my boy's house the other day because my friend actually made this for me. And he did it right in front of my face. It was like going to the ice cream shop where they pull the machine and the soft serve ice cream comes out. He goes and he takes the bud, and he puts it under this press. And this press is really cool because not only is it applying pounds per square inch. It's also applying heat, which enables all the stuff that you really want coming out of the plant to come out, and it leaves the plant waste behind. See, that plant waste is what happens when it's heated and it combusts and it burns. It produces what we all know as charcoal. And when you inhale, when you're smoking, you are in the cannabis space is not filtered. See, with cigarettes and the tobacco industry, they got those little filters. We don't do the filters over here. It doesn't make sense because then it would be impeding on the THC flow. And really what you're trying to do is get the THC in the bloodstream so it can get to the nervous system and do its thing, right? You're hoping that the terpenes get in the body, do its thing, right? We all know what heat does the thing. It denatures structured proteins. We won't get into that. It's the topic for another debate on this channel. But needless to say, he puts the bud under the... Ooh, this smells good. Woo, boy. He puts the bud under the press, puts it under pressure, applies a little heat, has it on parchment paper, and next thing you know, you see the secret of the ooze coming out. Going back to my TMNT days, right? And this is the product that's left behind. That is what you really are looking for when you're smoking cannabis. So if we can get rid of, let's say, 80% of the stuff that goes in there and causes you to be out of shape and out of breath at the gym doing arm curls, right? Speaking from experience. This, to me, ladies and gentlemen, is the best, most efficient method. And they have a lot of different devices. I had one, I can't find it, but you'll see some people with pens. What they'll do is they'll take just a little tiny bit. It's the tiniest bit. It's not even a lot. It's the tiniest bit. And they put it in a chamber. Or I had a device called a seahorse, which like you can touch, it heats the tip of the thing. You touch it to the concentrate, and then you inhale that method. But basically, it's drawing the purest, what we call hit of cannabis that you can get. And for me, long term, I'm trying to do my best that I can. That's why I really promote the ingestibles, because I could take a lot of supplements for my liver. I take I'm a recovering alcoholic. I'll be celebrating 11 years coming up, and I do not ever advocate cannabis being your method of treatment for any strong addiction. There are programs of recovery that are out there that are amazing. And if y'all want to get into the Word, there's nothing more convicting than the Word of God. He'll get into you. He'll help you straighten out. You call in the higher power to get in there and do his work. He does his thing. All right. But needless to say, I prefer ingestion now over smoking, just because I could take supplements like milk thistle dandelion that I get from avagrace1.com, organic supplements, holistic treatments that I can help maybe in the repair and recovery decades. We're talking decades of damage could cost you decades of recovery. We don't know until we go in there and look, and I'm not really trying to get cut open to see if my liver is doing good. You could take tests for your liver enzymes and things of that nature, but I like to err on the side of caution. I like to take a lot of vitamin C for my kidneys. I like to take for multiple different reasons. It also, being a diuretic, also helps strengthen the walls of your arterioles, helps with blood pressure and things of that nature. I drink a lot of fluids that aren't infused throughout the course of the day. You guys should know that you should be drinking no less than 32 ounces of water, ideally 64 ounces plus. And yeah, I mean, we want to try to live long, healthy lives. You know, I promote the cannabis because it helps me naturally reduce stress, anxiety. I do have nerve damage from compartment syndrome from playing sports at the collegiate level. And man, once you get surgery, once you start getting nerve damage, like all my kids know, daddy got a bad left leg. Don't touch it. It sucks. Those of y'all that have been under the knife know, you know, we ain't going back. And I don't like taking perks. I don't want to ever take Oxycontins. I've seen a lot of negatives come out of the Oxycontin world. We all know that this other stuff that's floating around, this fentanyl stuff, stay away, man. Stay away. Support your local dispensaries, by the way, too, or your local OG guy that you've been dealing with your whole life, because he ain't going to steer you wrong. He ain't going to let the riffraff come through. And your dispensaries, man, they're putting their money where their mouth is, you know, not only as entrepreneurs, but also trying to put out the best product on the market. What that does is that helps reduce a lot of issues out here on the turf. So I love these type of things. I can't wait to bring out more of these to you. Uncle Snoop, we got a whole slew of them. That'll keep us busy for a hot minute. But I hope you all have a great day, keeping it real. One love. Peace.